Like the Vore, another evocative environment branches into the Morciano subsoil. We are in one of the 20 hypogea still found in the country. They started being built in the 9th century and multiplied between the 800s and 700s BC. This shows how important Morciano is as an oil-producing center in the Salento, all for a staple of healthy nutrition. Rediscovered today at long last.
Una cosa preziosa.
It is a precious thing. Ever since I was a little girl, I have always been into oil. And so I treat it as a very good thing. And since it's good for me, I think it's good for others too. You use it with vegetables, with peas, pasta and salad. Even on bread. It's great with frisella bread and tomato. Here, we use oil everywhere.
An anonymous, unassuming little chapel at the center of a fork in the road outside Morciano conceals a treasure. It is, of course, an artistic, religious, and cultural treasure. It represents the Madonna of Constantinople with the baby Jesus, a fresco partly damaged but still vividly colored, found accidentally under a walled-in canvas. It is the work of an artist. We are in the late 16th century. With this Madonna of the Orient, this master of a well-formed figurative language shows a new social situation in the Salento. But that is not its only attraction. There's something else about it, special and rare. The fresco was painted on a Messapian monolith, and not on a wall. There is another way to discover the territory of Torre Vado: on foot, by backpacking. Walking and immersing ourselves in landscapes far from the noises of paved roads with obligatory itineraries. There are sure to be surprises along the way.
Salento is a splendid land. It is a land for year-round trekking, to take in rich and diversified landscapes. From the coast to inland areas, home to these splendid olive groves where we are walking right now. These are age-old olive trees with a great history and a tradition truly deep-rooted in time. There is also a great variety of flowers, the species endemic to the Salento, and rocks too.
Rocks. This would appear to be an arid territory because it's quite rich with rocks. But here, the stones speak. They have so much to say to us. They make us think above all of the civilizations that in the past used these stones to build dolmens, menhirs, megaliths and walls with no cement or mortar.
And with the background chirping of cicadas, there is also a slightly underground invitation for us all to enjoy this great land together.
Lego-style building blocks are not a modern invention. Our ancestors thought of it first. Of course, they had no plastic. They used rock in heavy blocks too. Without a doubt, a lot more work than required today. But it is certainly a more well-designed, complex technique for fitting the blocks together.
Sabrina, where are you? I'm behind the entrance blocks. I'm coming to look for you.
Here I am. I'm over here, Cesare. I can't see you. Have you seen what great stones?
As we admire the rectangular construction of Patou's 9th century Cento Pietre, we marvel at how its builder managed to bring simplicity and power so harmoniously together with 100 blocks of stone. On the other hand, that's the way it should be. It is a funerary monument dedicated to a Christian knight, a messenger of peace in the Saracens' enemy camp. and barbarously killed by them instead. We once again delve into the very viscera of the land to relive moments of the past. It's the emotion we feel in visiting the underground locations that housed poor pilgrims that could not afford to lodge at an inn. These are the stone bunks, and here are the wells from which water was drawn. The places we've just seen are beneath the monumental complex of Santa Maria di Leuca del Belvedere, called Leuca Piccola in Barberano. It was the last stop for pilgrims on their way to the Santa Maria di Leuca sanctuary. Here they found a small fortified church for their prayers. Outside for the journey's needs were an inn, stables for horses, the carriage maker's shop to repair the carriages that were used, and the smith. Lastly, there was a market for which only the entrance gate has remained. The complex was built in the late 17th century by a nobleman, Annibale Capece, to offer a place of refreshment for those on pilgrimage to the famed Finibus Terrae sanctuary. This hospitality organization is a forerunner of what we may call religious tourism today.
Why come to Capo di Leuca? First of all, for its landscape, an extraordinary landscape that is still intact in its constituent elements. And then because Capo di Leuca consists of myriad small towns, with settlement from the Messapian era continuing without interruption to the present day. These towns normally have a castle, a main church, olive presses, and a series of churches and palazzos that, taken together, make for an attractive fabric, one that is extraordinary for the visitor.
The environment, the sun, culture, relaxation, cave exploration, beaches and religion. In this corner of the Salento's southern tip, for which Torre Vado's marina is the reference point, there is practically no limit to what you can learn about the territory. It's a holiday that offers a great many choices, to be built day by day, depending on your own preferences. And since the saying goes that good food and good company go hand in hand, we should complete the picture with some local cuisine as well.
La cucina salentina, per parlare della
Salento's cuisine. A discussion of Salento's cuisine would require hours and hours of conversation. I've chosen 3 dishes, typical and quite simple. Starting from the antipasto, a mix of vegetables, grilled peppers, aubergine and courgettes, dressed simply with olive oil, salt and parsley. Then there's tisana, crushed grain and quite rich, dressed the old-fashioned way with aubergine, peppers and onion. On to the second course, a chicken stuffed with its own liver and breadcrumbs. Our grandmothers would tell young ladies that if they couldn't prepare this dish, they would never get married.